What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. College basketball Saturday. It is a massive slate. There's some really good games in the mix. In today's video, I'm going to go over every single game with you guys, kind of in rapid fire type of a format. Get you in, get you my pick, send you on your way, hopefully to a nice winning Saturday. If you appreciate that, definitely subscribe to my channel. Drop a like on today's video. Before we do that, there are some critical things, some very, very important things you guys cannot miss today, Saturday, day one wager, where I'm taking $1,000 into $25,000 between right now and the end of 2024. If you guys want to know what my $1,000 wager is for today, it's completely for free, guys. I posted that video right here on the channel. Something really eyebrow raising. We have cashed my max play 2 weeks in a row in the NFL, and I have the biggest one of the entire year, a 9.1 unit monster max, the biggest play I've ever sent out this year in the NFL. I'm so confident this one's going to hit that I damn near put a third of my entire bankroll on this play. You guys can get that and the other 11 picks I have sent out for this week in football on the client list. Guys, link to my website is in the description, danspicks.net, weekly, monthly. It does not matter what package you get. I will sign you up. I will get you on the text list. Make sure you add that on your order, and I will text you all the plays immediately. And any additional plays that I'm going to submit myself, whether it's college basketball today or I find more NFL that I like, they'll go right to your phone. You'll get the play, the odds, and how many units to put on each particular wager. Just copy the text message, man. I've absolutely printed money in the NFL. We're up almost 20 units, 17.5 units over the last 2 weeks of betting NFL. If your unit size was even $100, that's almost $2,000 right there. And like I said, guys, this week, not only do I have my biggest play, but it's the most volume. I have double-digit amount of picks. This is the best week to be on my client list. This is unbelievable how hard I'm going today and tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well with that Packers game. Not to mention, we have the holidays coming up. There's NFL on Christmas this year. We have more bowl games. We have the next round of the college football playoff. There's college basketball just continuously. This is the best time of year to be on the client list. And I'm not just doing a sales pitch here to try to get you on my client list. I don't care. You guys see my bet slips. I bet all this stuff myself. I make a ton of money betting on these games. That's why my prices are so low. It's just kind of like an entry fee just to make it worth my time. But if you guys really want to learn how to do this the right way, get on that text list, get these max plays this weekend, and start your subscription off on a high note. That's pretty much it, man. It's up to you guys, but I really, really don't mess around when I send out a 9.1 unit play. Have not done it this year in the NFL. So I think that speaks volumes. I've also posted my whiteboard winning free pick of the week. You guys see behind me, 21 wins, only 8 losses on the whiteboard. We had the Ravens last week. I have an updated whiteboard winning free pick in my NFL prediction video, along with all of the predictions for each game in NFL Week 16. So be sure to check out that video as well. That was posted on Tuesday. Also, guys, I know this is a college basketball episode, but my college football playoff predictions were posted as well. You can check out that video, get my pick on any of the games in the college football playoff. Let's get after it, guys. Let's start going through these games. Let me bring up Pickett. We're going to use Pickett Sports in today's video. This is where I get all my public betting information. Obviously, as I'm recording this video, the data is a little bit on the early side for some of these hoops games, so take it with a grain of salt. If you guys are interested in Pickett, I also have the link to that in the description as well. Just get on the App Store, sign up. It's completely for free, and when you sign up, you get a free 3 up to $100 just by downloading it. So download Pickett, and you'll be able to have access to all this stuff completely for free. This is where I look at my betting splits. You guys can see here. So if you want to know if the money's on the under, the over, what side, the percentages, when I talk about like public underdogs and all this type of stuff in my videos, this is where I get the data from. So again, the link to Pickett in the description below. Ooh, wow, look at that. St. John's and Providence. Tie game just about. Exciting. Syracuse Orange, Maryland Terrapins here to start off Saturday. I'm going to lay the 12.5. You can see the best number here on ESPN Bet. That's another cool thing about Pickett, guys. Not only do you see the odds and the betting percentages from where the public bets are placed, but you can actually get recommended the best book and the best prices. So, you know, if you got ESPN Bet, that's currently the best price, the best odds, the best number you can get for this game. I like Maryland here. Not a big fan of Syracuse. I actually had a premium bet on Georgetown to beat Syracuse. Maybe we took the 1.5 or whatever. It was basically a pick'em game. Can't quite remember, but we did cash that. I've watched a fair amount of Syracuse basketball this year, so I'm going to go ahead and lay the points with Maryland. They absolutely killed Ohio State the other week as well. So I like Maryland in the spot. lay the points. Duke, Georgia Tech. I think I'd take the points here. I think this is a comfortable win for Duke, but I think it's by like 9 or 10. I think 15.5 just feels a little bit too rich. This is, when Duke comes to town, it's kind of a Super Bowl for the home team here. I think it'll be a pretty good crowd Saturday afternoon. I think they'll be competitive. I think they can keep it within the number. So I'll take the points with Georgia Tech. Interesting to see the betting percentages on this one. Yeah, a lot of Duke money early. So, I'm not rushing to bet it right now. Obviously, that line could go up with all the money coming in on Duke. So that's another cool thing about Pickett. When you see the games and you see where all the money's coming in, you can kind of know ahead of time whether you want to grab that line right away or you want to wait. Maybe you'll get a better number, stuff like that. Penn State and Drexel, crappy game. I don't love laying 16.5 on the road, but I'll do it. I'll go Penn State here. A little bit concerning, though, with the college football playoff going on. I'm just worried about the mental engagement, but I can't take Drexel over Penn State. So gut feeling says Drexel. Eye test says Penn State. Kind of neutral there. Marquette and Xavier. I think we got to take the points here. I think Marquette might squeak this one out. Marquette was in a close one with Butler. I was actually thinking that was maybe going to be an upset in that game. They got it done, but I don't love them on the road. I mean, they've looked flat on the road before. Xavier catching 5.5. Xavier a little bit underwhelming against Cincy in that other game, but I'm going to take the 5.5 with Xavier in this one. UConn and Butler. I think I'm going to take the points again. I like the way Butler played in their last game, although they came up short with pulling the upset off. I think we have a similar situation here, maybe even an upset outright. UConn less than stellar this year. 9.5 just feels a little bit too much at Hinkle. I think it'll be a good crowd here, and I like UConn to win maybe by like 1 or 2 possessions, not damn near double digits. We can look at the betting splits too on this one, and definitely some sharp action on Butler early. We can see the betting percentages look good for Butler here. Only 10% of bets made so far on the spread are coming on Butler, but almost 15%. So we'll keep an eye on that, see how that ends up. But I do kind of like that one. SMU and BC here. I think I'm taking the points with BC. SMU in the college football playoff on the road. 2 crappy teams. I'll take the points. North Florida and Florida. I don't know. Huge number. I guess I'll lay it with Florida. They're really, really good, but they got really fortunate the other night in that UNC game. UNC was the right side all day long, and the Florida Gators escaped with just some huge mental errors that UNC handed them at the end. So 23.5, don't love it, but I'll lay it. Chattanooga, Indiana. Man, I don't know. Does the Indiana Notre Dame game affect this a little bit? I mean, it's almost like you want to auto fade the teams where their football program is playing in the football college football playoff. So I don't know. I think I'll take the 14.5 with Chattanooga. I feel like Indiana's going to win by like 10 or 11. Princeton, Rutgers. I'll lay it. Now 6. Now here you can see why Pickett's another reason why Pickett's an awesome platform. You can see the discrepancies here in the line. I mean, if you're using Bet Rivers, it's a 4.5. Over on Caesars, you can get a 6. At 6, I'd be tempted to take Princeton, but Rutgers is a really, really good home court environment. So I recommend going on Bet Rivers and getting that 4.5. I like that. St. Joseph's at Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, laying points. I think that speaks volumes. You would almost never see this on a normal year, Virginia Tech being a dog at home to St. Joe's, especially about 4.5, not even like a point or 2. So I'll go ahead and lay the points with St. Joe's. Virginia Tech's hoop team this year is just pitiful. Vermont and Dartmouth, lay it with Vermont. Dartmouth's really, really bad. Lost to Lemoyne the other day. Don't love it. It's a road game. Vermont's not great, but I'll lay it. Miss State and Memphis. Boy, Miss State and Memphis. I think I'm going to go Mississippi State on the money line. The SEC's been on a tear this year. Don't love the game. It's a toss-up. Sam Houston and Pitt. I'll lay the points. I'll lay the 15.5 with Pitt in this one. Lamar, Texas Tech. I'll lay it again. Home court on a Saturday down in Lubbock. That place should be rocking pretty good. I like Texas Tech's hoop team, Big 12 in general, usually the juggernaut of the college football scene, college basketball scene. So I'll lay it with Texas Tech. Niagara catching 16.5. The Bonnies beat, who'd they beat? Siena the other day? Maybe it was UAlbany. I can't remember. I'll lay it with St. Bonaventure here. Don't love it. Wish the line was like 12.5. But I'll lay it. Fairfield, Monmouth. Actually, I have no idea. Pass. Wake Forest and Clemson. Wake and Clemson. I think I like Clemson in the first half. I don't know if I want to lay almost double digits here. Wake Forest, they kind of play with their food. They kind of get upset when they shouldn't. But in a game like this, I could see it being pretty competitive. Almost a double digit spread here. Clemson's good. Clemson will win this game. This is not going to be an upset. I just don't know about laying 9.5. I think I'll take the points with Wake. Florida Atlantic and Michigan State here. FAU is just not what they were. I mean, they had their little run. It was fun, the Final Four stuff. And I don't know, between the transfers, Jarnell Davis, all that stuff, I'll take Sparty at home. They should kill him. Louisville, Florida State, 1.5 point spread. Louisville played tough against Kentucky. We cashed a ticket in premium on that. I think I had them plus 11.5. 1.5. That's just not enough for me. I'll go Florida State on the money line. Don't love the play. Mount St. Mary's and Miami. Is this kind of a let out some frustration type of a game with Miami here? I mean, Miami's been underwhelming. Maybe this is a game where it's just kind of a snooze fest and they don't even care and they win by 12 and they're just really, really mentally disengaged. Definitely would be a little bit worried about that. Interesting. I'll still lay it with Miami. Looks like the software is having a little issue right now, refreshing the rest of the game. So we'll jump over to FanDuel just to finish out the slate today. The app is much, much better than the desktop version of Pickett. Just an FYI on that. North Carolina, A&T, and Arkansas. Nice, comfortable win. Should be a blowout. I'll lay the points with Arkansas on that one. I think Arkansas, with so many transfers and stuff, I think they'll continue to gel and get better with each passing game. You see Irvine and Duquesne. Tempted to take the 6.5, but I don't think it's quite enough. I think I'd lay it. Bellarmine and Colorado. Boy, 23.5. Colorado laying 23.5. I know Bellarmine's not that great, but I kind of want to take the points there. Austin P and Vanderbilt. I'll go with the SEC team, man. Vandy should smash them. UCLA, North Carolina. Definitely look at North Carolina in this one. Should have beat Florida. Absolutely had the win in the bag. I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned the way they just continuously don't have the ball in the hands of the right people at the end of the game. The turnovers, the mental errors were really concerning, but I got to go back to the well here. They were the right side in Florida, and I think Florida's better than UCLA. I'll go with UCLA was also very, very fortunate, extremely fortunate to beat Arizona in that Arizona game last Saturday. I was on Arizona in that one. It was my only loss actually a week ago. I went 4-1 in college basketball last Saturday, looking to repeat that today, if not better. I don't really like UCLA that much. I think North Carolina finally gets a decent win. They've played like 4, maybe 5 good, solid teams. Their strength of schedule is significant. That's why their record is what it is. I think it speaks volumes that the number 18th team in the country on the road is barely even a favorite. I would just go money line with North Carolina. They probably get one in the win column. Plus 102 is a nice price. That should be an upset. UC Riverside, UNLV. I'll lay it. Old Dominion and Louisiana Monroe in this one. I don't know. That's a toss-up. UC Davis, Pepperdine, another complete coin flip. Coastal and Ark State. No idea. Furman and Harvard. I'll go Furman on the money line in that one. Marshall and Southern Miss. Marshall on the road, laying 3.5. I guess I'll take the 3.5 with Southern Miss. Air Force, Boise State. Man, Boise State basketball, laying 20.5. I know Air Force is bad. I think it's too many. I'll take the points in that one. Tennessee State, Morehead State. I'll go ahead with Morehead State at home, lay the points. Georgia Southern, Texas State, same thing. I'll lay the points with the Bobcats. Villanova, Creighton. I'll lay the points with Creighton. They're just a different animal at home. Villanova, just not the program it was there under Jay Wright. So they still are kind of in a rebuilding mode. Nice brand, household name. We all know Villanova in college hoops, but I like Creighton in that one. Lay the 4.5. Arizona State, UMass, lay it. DePaul, Northwestern. DePaul has been above expectations. I mean, it's kind of nice to see DePaul actually having like a pretty competitive program, but this is another level. I'll go ahead and lay the 7.5 with Northwestern. Central Michigan and Arizona. I think Arizona still has some frustration to get let out. Still a good team overall. I think they keep their foot on the gas. I think they've learned their lesson that they just can't play with their food in the second half of games. I'll lay the 26.5. Eastern Illinois, Arkansas, Little Rock, no clue. Idaho and Pacific, don't bet on that. Northern Arizona and Southern Utah, no idea. Purdue and Auburn, here's a big one. 8.5. 8.5. Purdue and Auburn. I'll lay it, man. I'll lay it a Saturday afternoon. Auburn at home. Nah, they're going to be fired up for this one. Anything single digits, I'd lay it. Purdue is not the Purdue of last year. Those two games, absolutely no clue. Still no clue. Colorado State and Nevada. I'll lay it. I'll lay it with Nevada here. 8.5 is at least reasonable. Queens and Ole Miss, lay it. That should be a beatdown. No clue on that one. Northern Colorado laying 7.5. Denver's different at home. I'll take the points. Cal Baptist and Fresno. Fresno's just unbelievably god awful. I'll go with the juicy money line, that minus 168. I don't want to lay points here. Cal Baptist money line. South Dakota, Santa Clara, no idea. Ohio and Kentucky. I mean, I cashed a ticket with Louisville over Kentucky. But 5:30 on a Saturday at Rupp, I mean, no. I'm going to lay the points. Ohio State, it got smashed by Maryland. Some other games as well. Not quite competitive. I'll lay the 8.5. Anything single digits, I'd lay it with Kentucky. Montana and San Fran, lay it. Utah and Iowa. Iowa first half. I mean, I just cannot trust Iowa late in games. I can't do it. I cannot do that. So I'll go Iowa first half money line in that one. Green Bay and Drake. Letdown spot for Drake after a very, very fortunate win over Kansas State. I had Kansas State in that one, a losing ticket there. But Kansas State was easily the right bet. Yeah, this is just like a exhale spot for Drake. They probably win the game by 23 and get screwed on a cover. Jacksonville, UCF, lay it. VMI and Richmond. The Spiders, I think, get right in this one. I'll lay the points. Temple, Rhode Island. I'll go Rhode Island on the money line there. Kansas State, Wichita State. Give me Wichita. Give me Wichita money line. Kansas State's just pathetic. I don't like Jerome Tang as a coach. I am a big Big 12 guy. But this is a bad spot, man. You absolutely melted down and gave away the game to Drake at home. No, I'm not laying points or any type of juice with Kansas State on the road. I'll go Wichita. I'll take the 2.5 though. UNC Greensboro and Elon. I'll go with Greensboro there. Take the 1.5. Oregon, Stanford. I'll go Stanford. Line looks fishy. Number 10 in the country. Only laying 6.5 on the road. I think Stanford keeps this thing a one possession game. They probably get their heart broken and lose by 3. Stanford plus 6.5. Utah Valley and Weber. No clue. Probably Weber on the money line, but I ain't betting that. Bucknell and Gonzaga. Lay it. Number can't be big enough. Pass on both of those garbage games. Pass. California, San Diego State. Kind of want to take Cal here. 5.5. Interesting line. Little bit tricky. San Diego State only laying 5.5 to Cal. I'll take Cal. I'll take the 5.5. And then Kennesaw State and San Jose State. I have no idea. I think that'll be a good competitive back and forth game. I kind of like the over in that one. On the side, I just have no real opinion. So there you go, guys. That's Saturday. Obviously, I do deeper dives and go through all the data and stuff for premium. But there's just a quick rapid fire rundown through the slate. Like I said in previous videos, now that, football is getting less and less and less as each day passes here this time of year, the channel will start to progress over to the NBA and college basketball, mainly college basketball, but I'll be doing prop bets. I'm going to do some prop bet episodes using the Outlier software on a weekly basis here. So look forward to the transition becoming a little bit more evident over the next few weeks. While I have time on days where I don't have any other football stuff as priority, I'll come on here and continue to get you guys my college hoop picks. So we'll be full force every single day, the full slate, every single game, whiteboard winning free picks, all that stuff with college basketball before you know it. So let me know your favorite plays of today in the comment section below. And one last reminder, I cannot remind you enough, I have a 9.1 unit max play this week and 11 other plays in football. I cannot emphasize it enough how important it is to be on the text list for this week. Go down to the description of the video, get on that text list. See you in the next video.